and she can proceed.
Yeah, okay, sir. Hello, guys. We will be having our sheet metal session today. So let's have a look at sheet metal tab. So basically, this is the sheet metal interface in the SolidWorks. In that, we have some basic features like base flange and convert to sheet metal. Actually, we have two approaches for the sheet metal design. One is we design the base flange and add a bend to it, and other is we design a solid block and convert the solid block into the sheet metal. So let's see each feature one by one. So going towards the base flange, we will need a sketch that is open or closed. So let's see two examples for the base flange. In the first example, we will be having our closed sketch. So as you click on base flange and select the sketch, it will create a sheet. And you can see there are various options to change the thickness of the sheet, to change the direction. These are two important features here, to change the thickness and change the direction. And this our basic sheet is ready. Also, let's see the second approach. In the second approach, we can use the open sketch also, like this. So as we click on base flange, and select the sketch, it will create a sheet for us. And we can see there are different options: direction 1, direction 2, sheet metal parameters, various allowances, sorry, various allowances. So in the direction 1, we'll see the same features as the extrude. So I will not repeat those features. So because you already know about them, up to vertex, up to surface, mid plane and offset, all those things. So we'll continue with the blind. I can increase its length from this. Also in the sheet metal parameters, we have thickness, we have bend radius. This is the bend radius. We can change the bend radius. You can see this is our base flange. Did you get it, guys?
Sir, where is the sketch panel, sir? I am not getting it. Sorry, sheet metal one.
Sorry.
Sir, in my SolidWorks, it is showing feature sketch markup evaluate only. So there is no sheet metal section.
So you can right click on any one of these options and you go to tabs and you will see those options. You can enable the rest of the tabs here.
Yes, sir, it is having here. Surfaces, sketching, sheet metal. Oh, thank you, sir.
Okay. Okay, so let's go to the next feature, convert sheet metal. So for the convert sheet metal, I will need a 3D body, 3D solid block. So I'm creating one body for example. So I have this 3D body for example. So now go to convert sheet metal, and you see various options here. So in this, the first option is select a fixed entity. So we are going to convert this block into sheet metal. So we have to select the face which will be fixed throughout the operation. So I am selecting this, and I have thickness selected thickness as 2 mm and radius as 2 mm. Radius as 2 mm. Now it is asking me to select the bends. So for bends, I'm selecting the edges. Now you can see the preview. We can change the thickness outside and inside. We have our option for the corners. You see corner, you can see the difference in corners here. You can reduce the corner gap here. And you can see the difference. You can change the corner type from here. Now let's click OK, and you will see the 3D solid block has been converted into sheet metal body. Okay, so any doubts for the convert to sheet metal? We just have seen the two different approaches for sheet metal. One is using the base flange, and other is using the convert to sheet metal option. Now let's go for lofted bend. Lofted bend is similar as of our loft boss in the 3D. Okay, so for lofted bend, you need two open sketches like this, and we just have to select profiles, and it will create a bend for us. We have our options for thickness, for bend radius, and all. We can change the direction from inner to outer. We can have our radius, we can have your thickness, and click on OK. You can see we have created a lofted bend. So if you have any doubt in those three commands, please ask. So shall we proceed? Guys.
Sir,
Okay.
sir,
Yes.
in lofted bend, can we have more than two planes, open planes? Sir?
More than two open sketch.
Open, yes, sir.
You are asking like this. Hello. You are asking like this.
No, sir, no, sir. In the previous one, we have taken two open rectangles. So,
Yes.
can we have more than two?
Yes, we can.
Okay, sir.
Let me show. Let me show you. We can have different geometries also, like suppose again, remember one thing, always constrain your sketch. I'm saving my time. You can have multiple profiles also. No. We can only have two sketches in the sheet metal loft. And in the 3D loft, we can have multiple also.
Thank you.
So let's go for the edge flange. So for edge flange, the basic thing is you will require a base flange firstly to create the edge flange. That's why the option is dark now. So let's create a base flange first. I'm creating base flange of 2 mm thickness. So for edge flange, you just have to select edge, and as you drag upwards or downwards, you can create a bended edge. We can change our thickness and radius values from here. We can change radius to suppose 2. You can change length from here. You can change the type of bend, type of length measured. That different things are. Sometimes we measure from base face, and sometimes we measure from this face. So those are options related to that. And for the bend, these are options for the bend position, flange position. So you can see this position is completely inside the base flange, and you see this is outside the base flange. This is totally outside. We can have this also. There are 5 options here. Okay, and one more thing, you can change the profile of edge flange. So you can have like this also. You can change the sketch of base, the edge flange. So now let's see the meter flange. So when you click on the meter flange, you will ask to select a plane. So when we select a plane, we have to create a sketch. Let's say I created this. And I have my options for thickness and all the things here. And you can see I have created a flange like this. These options are same as the edge flange. And in the meter range, we have one more option, start and end offset. So as you see, when I enter the start offset, it will be offsetted from the 10 mm from the starting edge. And in the end offset, it will be offsetted by from the last point, by the end point. So this is the option that's not available in the edge flange. This option only available in the meter flange. And meter flange, you can create a complex flanges also. In the edge flange, this one option, you can only create a straight flanges in the single plane. And in the meter, you can have according to your sketch. So let's see what the hem is. So for hem is basically the bending bending of the edges for safety purpose, because the sheet metal edges are sharp So we have to bend the end edges and that are that cause that can cause the harm to operator or owner of that product. So we bend the edge to for protection of end user. So we have to select the edge, and you can see the preview here. We have two options here: material inside and material outside. So in the material inside, you can see the bend of hem is within the flange. In the outside, you can see the bend of hem is outside the flange length. So there are four type of hem. You can see in the picture. This one is closed. This one is stick to the base flange. This is the closed hem. This is the open hem. This is the teardrop. You see, it's like the drop. And this is the rolled one. You can change the different values. We can change the angle here of rolling. We can change the diameter radius of this center hole like this. In this, we can also change the degree. We can change the length of this straight portion also. In this open one, we can change the length of this straight portion and the distance between this face and this face. That means the diameter of the bend. You can see like this. And in the closed one, we only have option for the length of the straight portion. So this is the hem. So do you have any doubt in the edge flange, meter flange or hem?
Can you repeat meter flange?
Yes, sure. So first basic difference between the edge flange and meter flange is that we can only create the edge flange in the single plane. That means we can only add single bend using the edge flange, but we can change the shape of we can change the profile of edge flange. And in the meter flange, we can have complex bends. We can add multiple bends within the single sketch, within a single command. Okay, so when you click on the meter flange, you urge to select a plane, and after selecting a plane, you have to create a flange shape, flange profile. Okay, so after creating a flange profile, select that sketch and click on meter flange. So you will automatically see the preview for meter flange. Same here, you have options for flange positions, you have options for bend radius, you have options for start and end offset points. Likewise. Okay, so is it clear now?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Anyone?
Is there that open and close option?
Your voice is breaking.
So in him, do we have that open and close option here?
Yes, we have. In the hem, you see, this is the closed hem. Closed in the sense it is very close to the flange, and this is the open one.
Okay, sir.
This second option is the open one. This is the open hem. Basically, this hem feature you can see practically in our kitchen utensils. You see the edges of our dishes and plates and bowls are created using the hem feature. Okay, so now going for the jog feature. For jog, you have to create a sketch on the base flange. Basically, what jog does, jog adds a bend to on the sketched line and also adds other bend that is opposite to the first bend. So let's see it in the 3D so that you can imagine it better. So I'm creating a sketch on base flange. Sketch in the sense you have to create only single line like this. You can control its distance from the edge. Okay, now go to sheet metal and jog and select this sketch. And this pop-up will appear, and in this case we have to select a fixed face. So this is our fixed face. So you can see it adds two bends. We can change this distance. We can change the direction like this. Also, we have same options as extrude, up to vertex, up to surface, like this. We have different options for measurement of flange, from the base, from the top, like this. And these other options are for the jog position. You can see the change, outer, inner, offset, from the virtual, from the center line. We can change the jog angle. You can see like this. We can change the radius, bend radius from here. So this is the jog. Okay, so let's see sketch bend now. So same for the sketch bend, you have to create a line on the flange which you want to bend. So after creating a line, click on the sketch bend and select the sketch, and again it will ask us for the fixed face. So you can see it has created a bend. We can change the position like the earlier ones. We can change the bend angle. We can change the bend radius. You can see it changes here. This is the sketch bend. Now tell me if you have any doubt in the jog and sketch bend. Ask guys, these are
The jog and sketch bend are mostly in same features only now, sir.
Can you repeat, please?
So both jog and sketch.
Muting me. Do not do that. You are asking that jog and sketch bend are similar feature. Yes?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
No, that are not similar. In the sketch bend, we only add a single bend, and in the jog, you can see we added this two bends like this. In the jog, we can control this angle also. In the jog, we add two bends, and in the sketch bend, we only add a single bend. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Anyone more?
Sir,
Yes.
sir, while doing sketch bends, it is saying that a sketch must have in disjoint lines.
Sorry.
So while doing sketch bend,
Yes.
it says that it should have this disjoint lines.
Disjoint line. Yes, you have because for the sketch bend, I told that you can only use the single line. You must have used more than one lines.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, you can use only single line for sketch and jog. Try using single line.
Okay, sir.
Okay, now have you seen cross break features in any of the sheet metal boxes? Let me show you. It is basically like this. The dome shape on the top of sheet like this, exactly like this. So this is the cross break option we are going to see, but in the SolidWorks only visual cross break appears, not the physical cross break. So let's see the cross break. After selecting option, you have to choose the face for cross break and just click on OK, and you can see it has not created any bend. You can see that it doesn't create any bends, but it's appears on the screen only. So this is the cross break feature. So now we will see the swept flange. So swept flange is similar to the meter flange, but in this case we can have the swept flange on multiple edges in the continuation. So for the swept flange, let me create a profile for the bend. Let's suppose I want the swept bend in this profile. So I'm going to this. I have selected this profile, and for the path, this and this. Wait a bit, I have to delete this cross. So in the swept, I have selected this profile, and in the path, I have to select this edge and this edge. And in this case, I can change the radius. I can change the position as in the earlier cases. You can see we can add the continuous sheet using the swept flange. This is the most important and most recent feature in the sheet metal. It was not there in the 2019 version. So this is the swept flange. So please ask doubt, guys. Have you trying this side by side? Can someone share the screen and show me? Someone voluntarily.
Can you again explain that swept flange, sir?
Yes, sure. So basically, swept flange is like the sweep boss base in the 3D dashboard. So in the sheet metal tab, we have this as swept flange. So basically, we are having this profile, and we will be sweeping this profile around our edges of our geometry. So for that, if when we click on swept plan, we can see profile and path options. So in the first, we have to select the profile, and in the path, we have to select this bottom edge, and we can have continue, but the geometry is not like that. I guess we can have this type. So no, we cannot. So we can have this in the only clockwise manner. Okay, so we are this due to this bend, I am not able to select this edge, but you can select the all edges. And again, we have options for radius, for positions, and for the start and end offset values. Okay. You see, you can select it in continuous manner like this. Okay, clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. Now we will see corners, type of corner: close center, welded corner, break corner, and corner relief. So for that, let me create an example. So now we have this sheet metal box of one base flange and 4 edge bends. So now you can see what the corner is like. Corner is cut from the both the ends, and you can see this corner. This. So now we will be having a look at a different type of corners. So now let's go for it. So in the corners, the first option is closed corner. So in this we have corner types and faces to extend and faces to match. So suppose I want this face up to this line, so I'll select the faces to extend this, and you can see it has created an extended face, and we can have the gap control, can increase or decrease the gap like this. We have our options for the different sides also. We can change the direction of the extension using this. We can have this type of corner also. There are 3 types of corner: butt, overlap, and underlap. Currently we are using overlap feature. You can see like this. It will close a corner like this. You can see. We have reduced the corner treatment. We have reduced the gap between corner. Okay. So now see the welded corner. Now we have corner to weld. And the edge. Now for corner to weld, we have to select the face, and in this case we have to select the edge, not this, sorry. We have to select the top edge. Okay, this is the fillet radius for the weld. This radius you can change it. 4 mm is not practically possible there. You can see 2 mm. Now you can see it has added a weld bead for us like this. This black is a weld. You can see weld is added. Now let's see the break corner. So for break corner, we have to select the flange, and you can break this like this. We just have to enter the value and it will break. There are 2 options for the profile. You can break it in the circular mode and in the like it is similar in the like the fillet and chamfer in the 3D. So this is similar to chamfer, and this one is similar to fillet. Dimensionals. See, So any doubt in the corner, in the bend, in the welded, in the brake trim? So yes, please.
No doubt, sir. No doubt.
Okay. So now going for the corner relief. So for corner relief, we have options 2 bend corner and 3 bend corner. So currently we are having only the 2 bend corner here. So let's click on the 2 bend and select the scope, and you can see it has selected the corner, and you can see the yellow preview. It has added an extra material for us. You can see. Like this. Okay, so now any doubt in these 4 corner treatments? Let's go to the sheet metal gusset. This sheet metal gusset feature is similar as rib and stiffener feature in our 3D. So this is also same for the support to the vertical flange sheet metal gusset. So when we click on it, similarly we can select the top and base faces, and you can see the preview for the sheet metal gusset. We can have offset here. We can change the dimension like this, and also we have multiple options here. Indent depth, we can change this length and width. We can change it in the alternative way also, like this. We can change the angle also. We can have this type of gusset also this type of gusset. We can have the indented width, so it is now 5 mm width. We can increase it to 10 mm like this. We can have its thickness also like this. We can have its drafted also. You can see the draft change in the angle. When we click on OK, you can see we have added a gusset here, and this side is like this. This is the sheet metal gusset. Let me show you sheet metal gusset practically. You can see these gussets. These are the example of sheet metal gussets. You can see the corner relief here, and also this sheet metal gusset here. Okay, for now, tab and slot. Let me create other example for tab and slot. Now we have our this type of example here for the tab and slot. So for this, in the first box, we have to select the edge. In the second, we have to select the base. You can see this feature is used for the interlocking of two sheets. You can see it has cut one sheet and extended other sheet so that it can be interlocked between the two sheets. Let me repeat this for you. So we have this type of condition here. We have one base flange and other vertical flange. Those two are separate two sheets. There is no bend here. When we have bend, the tab and slot is not possible there. So remember that these two are two separate sheets. So in the tab and slot, we have to select the inner edge and the base sheet. Before that, we have to select the number of locks. Let's say we have 4. We have the length of tab here and height of tab here. We can have up to surface. We can have blind. So I'm having blind for the 4 mm. For the 2 mm, we have our thickness as 2. So now you can select this base and you can see the preview in the yellow color. Now let me show you this. You can see we have two interlocked sheets. We have selected the 4 number of instances, so there are 4. Please ask any doubt, guys. We have a lot of time today because there are less options in the sheet metal. I can clear your doubts today. No one?
Sir, can you explain sheet metal gusset again, sir?
Yes, sure. Sheet metal gusset is similar of the rib feature in the 3D. This rib feature in the 3D. So now let's see the sheet metal gusset. In the sheet metal gusset, we have to select the base flange and the top flange. And you can see the preview for the gusset. Now we have different parameters for the control. We can change its offset value from this edge. We can have it on 100 mm distance. Sorry, we have I misspelled it. We can have it using the distance. We can change it depth, say 45, let's say 20, let's say 10. We can have it in our required way. And in the other option, profile dimension, we can change the dimension 1 like this. You can see, and the dimension 2. Let's suppose I want 30 in this dimension, 15 in this dimension. I can have it. And other option is I can change my angle also, like this. I can change the dimension. I can flip the dimension. I can change the type of gusset. This is this. You can see this is square gusset. And if I change it to this, you can see it is a rounded gusset. I can change the width of the gusset using this, like this. I can change thickness. I can draft it like this. And click on OK. So you can see this is the gusset. I have removed material from the back side. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anyone? So now let's have a 5-10 minute break. So you can try the functions we have learned in the 1 hour and ask me doubt if you are not able to do it or something like that. So you can have your break now for the 5 minutes. So tell me guys, any doubts? Have you tried solving this? Hello. Hello. Hello.
Sir,
Yes.
Hello, sir.
can you repeat Weldman, sir?
We did not cover development yet.
Sir, no, sir, that gusset part something, sir.
This gusset part,
Ah,
or
yes.
are you talking about the welded corner? Which one?
Sir, your screen is not visible, sir.
Okay, okay, okay. Which this gusset part, or are you talking about this welded corner?
Sir, that welded corner part, sir.
Okay. So for the welded corner, this is our example. We have our positions of flanges like this. So for the welded corner, we have to select a face and edge. This is not working in this case. Let me set other example. So in the welded corner, we have to select one face, and you can see the preview for the welded bead. You can change the radius of the fillet, or you can eliminate the fillet also. You can have the square weld also, like this. It's so easy. You just have to select one face. You can see the preview for the weld. This black color is the weld. Okay. Someone? Any other doubt? Have you tried solving any problem faced during the solving previous assignments and other today's session?
Yes, look into chat.
Yeah. Can you repeat swept plan? Yes, sure. So, swept flange is similar as sweep boss base feature in our 3D. So for the sweep, I must have one profile and the path. So let's suppose I am creating a profile for sweep. Let's suppose I have this profile for my swept flange, and I click on the swept flange. I just have to select the profile and my edges. You can have select 1, 2, 4 according to your choice. We have parameter controls for bend radius, for position of flanges. You can see flange position, and these are the allowance types. Like this. This is the swept flange, swept flange in the sheet metal. And when we change the dimension, you can see it will change automatically. It will change automatically, because this is now the problem in the sketch, because I didn't constrain the profile sketch. That's why this is. So every time you draw a sketch, you must constrain it. Remember this. See. Okay.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, last class in assignment 2, every problems were time consuming, sir. Because I used only revolve, sweep, and extrude, sir. Can you orally say in any of the problems can we use loft or any other features so we can do it fastly?
For the day 2 session, I guess. Yes.
It's a day 2 assignment, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So basically, the loft and the boundary feature and the sweep features are not used so many times. Basically, we just use the revolve, we just use the cut and boss. These 2, 3 are the most used features. So as you are the beginners in the designing, so I didn't provide any more complex shapes for you, but you see in this last one you will need the loft. Actually, you can also do it using the cut and all, using the extrude, but using the loft you can do it in faster way.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay, so shall we proceed towards our next few features?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so extruded cut, it is similar as our extruded cut in the 3D. We have to sketch on the face we want to cut. Let's see, I want a slot cut here. I click on extruded cut, and the just difference is that in the our 3D options, we do not have the link to thickness option. So in this case, we have link to thickness, so it will automatically cut up to the thickness of sheet only. You can see it is same, dicto same, 100% same as the extruded cut option in the our features tab, this option. So for the simple hole, you just have to select a location, and you can see you can add a hole. For that, to control its position, we can have sketch and we can add a point. Suppose I want a hole from mm and 20 mm from the origin. So I drawn a point from 20 mm in the both side. I exited from that. I clicked on simple hole and I selected the sketch and clicked on simple hole, and you can see.
Can you repeat the process of making a pointer, sir?
Yes, sure.
From the origin.
Okay, so it's just simple. You have to select on face or any of the plane you want to sketch. So let's say I want a point on right plane. Just select a point and drop anywhere like this according to your choice, and just give it a dimension from origin or any reference quantity. You can give dimension from edges also like this. Like this. Just drop them and add a dimension to that. Okay, we do not use the simple hole because it's a less controllable feature. Instead, we can use a cut extrude and the hole feature in the 3D tab. So let's see the vent. You have seen your PC CPU, and you can see the vent example there in front of the cooler fan on the CPU. Let me show you the vent. You can see like this net. There are no proper correct example, but it's similar to this. Now let me show you how to make that vent. So for vent, we have to draw a sketch using circles. So let's say I have this circle, this circle, this circle, and this. Make them all concentric and exit. So when you click on vent, you can select the boundary. So you can see I have selected a boundary circle. So in that, I have ribs. I can add sparse. Wait a bit. I have to select fill in boundary. I have to make cross lines for the ribs. So you have to make concentric circles and the support lines like this, and exit the sketch. And in the vent, when we select the boundary, you can see now we can have our ribs like this. Okay, now in the spars we can have our spars like this, and in the fill in we can have like this. So you can see we have created a vent. I repeat this again. So for the vent, you must have concentric circles. The number of circles is dependent on the size of vent, and it's dependent on the product design and the requirement of end user. And we can have our support bars, minimum 4 or 3 are required. In this case we have used 4 supports. We can exit the sketch, and after going to vent, we can first we have to select a boundary. Boundary means the most outer circle. After selecting outer circle, it will cut all the part in it, and we have to select the ribs. So in the ribs we can select our 4 ribs. We can change the thickness of ribs. Okay, and now for the spars. For the spars we can select the inner circles like this. And suppose we want to fill all the material in this inner circle, so for that we have to select this inner circle as a fill-in boundary, so it will fill all the material. We can change the thickness of the spars, we can change the thickness of the rib likewise. When we click OK, it will create a vent for us like this. Okay, and a doubt in the vent?
No, sir.
Okay, so we'll now see the most important 3 feature in the sheet metal. Okay, just give me some time to create example for that. So let's suppose we have product like this, and now we want to give manufacturing details of it. How much area of sheet will require, how much length, width, all that parameters. So how do you count that that this much area, this much length, this much width of sheet will require. So for that we have flatten option here. When we click on flatten, we get the flatten view of sheet. So you can now judge the length, width and all the parameters of the sheet, and you can give the dimension of this sheet to the manufacturer so that he can cut in this shape, and later on he can add the bend. Get it about this feature. Please talk, guys. I guess you are feeling bored today. Is it so? Hello, please mute yourself. Murugesan, please mute yourself. Noise is coming. Okay. To exit from the flatten view, we have this option here. It exits from the flatten view. To go in the flatten, we just have to click on this, and it will get the flatten view. To exit, this is the option. And now unfold and fold. So suppose I want to do some work here, cutting work or hole and all, so I cannot do the hole here currently. So for that I'll require completely plain face without bend. So to unfold only the single bend, what I'll do, I'll select the unfold. I will select the fixed face and I'll select the bend which I want to unfold. And after clicking on OK, you can see the bend is unfolded, so that I can work in this area, bend region. To again fold that bend, I can select the fixed face and the bend, and you can see it will be folded again. Repeating again, unfold and fold, you can see you can select the fixed face and the bend. When we click OK, you can see the bend is unfolded. And now to fold it, we have to select the fixed face and select the bend and click OK. It will be folded again. So that is it, friends, for the sheet metal options. And now just ask your doubts. Ask your doubts if you have in the sheet metal, in the surface, in the, I guess we haven't done with the surfaces in the sheet metal, in the sketch, in the features. Please ask doubt if you have in the assignments.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir.
Yes,
Hello?
yes, yes.
For in assignment, I faced a problem. Can I ask that, sir?
In which assignment?
Yesterday, sir. Day 2, sir.
Okay, you can share your screen and give me the what you have done and let me see.
Sir, I am connected from phone, sir. I didn't really come from laptop, sir. I will tell my problem, sir. It's basic problem, I think so.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
from
Okay.
a wall, from extended from a wall, there is a cylinder, sir. Can we have a rib over there, sir, connecting a
Which
wall
which
and
which example?
sixth one, sir.
This one.
Next to the truck wheel, sir.
This one.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I also
So
face that issue, sir.
Can we use a rib over there, sir?
yes,
But
yes.
I
This
can't.
is yeah. So in that case, let me give you brief of that. In this case, SolidWorks is not able to give us a rib. That's the software problem. Okay, so you can see we cannot have, sorry, I did this sketch on the wrong face. In the case we have vertical cylinder or cylindrical face, the SolidWorks is not able to give us a rib. It will give us an error. You can see it is giving us error. So for that there is a small trick we can do. We can have our sketch extended inwards with some distance 1 or 2 mm like this. We have extended our sketch like this. You can see we have extended it. Okay, and now when we flip the material side, it will give us a rib. Okay, remember we have to extend the sketch from the point in the inner side with 1 or 2 mm. Okay,
you, sir. Thank you,
Okay.
sir.
So can we use loft function to create a 3D model in with a slot and a cylinder? I mean a circle. Slot and circle.
Slot and circle. I
Yes, sir.
didn't get your point actually.
So in the assignment in the third question, can we use loft function in that, or we have to use extrude function? Can we use any guide curves or any such things?
Actually, there is no need of loft, but if you want to use, you can use it. But it will be like creating a simple part using a complex functions.
Okay, sir.
Uh, Creating the this elliptical and having a 22 mm offsetted plane, and again creating that profile of elliptical and having a loft. Instead, you can simply extrude it.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
So then in the WhatsApp group, I have shared an image, sir.
I'm not joined to that group actually.
Okay, sir. So then, can you revise that loft and sweep with guide curves, sir, once again?
Yes, sure.
Like we'll draw a plane intersecting two different planes and we'll do it. No, so sometimes error is coming while doing those functions.
Yes. So let me answer the first this question. Someone is asking, what is the K factor? So basically, K factor is the ratio of bend radius to the sheet metal thickness, and it is usually between the 0.3 to 0.5. It is dependent on the international and national standards like Indian standards, German standard, Japanese standards like this. So when we want to design a part from the sheet metal, it is in the industry purpose, for the practical purpose, the K factor is provided in the data book. Okay. So now just I will repeat the loft boundary. Okay. So we'll have example for the three sketch loft. Okay, so in the loft you have to select the profiles. So we'll select the profiles one by one. You can see we have created a loft. This is the most simple loft. Here we can change its twisting value. You can see it twisted. You can twist it using this green pointers. But if we create an impossible geometry, it will give an error. So this is the an impossible geometry. So there is an error. Now we will see guided curves. Remember piercing in the guided curves and in the swept boss. So we are selecting the profiles one by one, and in the guide curves we will select this curve, but it will give error because we have didn't pierce it in the our middle profile. So remember one thing, we must pierce the guide curve through each and every profile. So let me edit that. It created a let me change the geometry. So now you can see when we select the profiles one by one, and after we select a guided curve, you can see it will guide our loft within that boundary in the direction like this. You can create much complex shapes using the loft. Loft is very powerful feature. We can also have a thin in that. We have to delete this. Click on this. We have thin feature here. After selecting these features, this profile, we select the guided curve, and you can see we have thin feature, and we can change the direction of our thickness. We can change the value of thickness inside and outside. And let's see, we have hollow lofted feature. Boundary feature is also similar like that, but in the boundary we can control our product or design in the many different ways. select the point on the curve and the sketch profile and select the make pairs option every time you use the guide curve. So now you can see we can now control our feature in more ways. In the direction 1, we will select all the profiles. In the direction 2, you can select the guide curves. In this way, in the boundary boss base, we can control our design in the more ways, in the more directions. Also, we can have our this let me show you some other example for boundary base.
So can we draw guide curve for right plane and front plane?
Yes, we can have, but it must be intersecting the profile and it must be normal to the profile.
Okay, sir.
So see this interesting example for the boundary. So let's go to boundary. In the direction 1, we select these 3 profiles and you can see it's in the awkward shape. That's not practically possible. So for that we have our direction 2 controls. In this case, you must select the select open loop option here. Click OK. Select other. Click OK. select this third and click OK. So you see, you can create a shape like this using the boundary. Okay.
Sir, why you selected open loop, sir?
See, in this direction too, in this direction one, all the sketches were closed loops. You see, all the sketches are continuous. This is continuous, this is continuous, this is continuous. So in this direction too, we have to tell the software which type of sketch we are selecting so that it can compile that data and give its outputs. Suppose we select the closed loop, it will not select our single open loop. That's why we have to select, we have to tick the option select open loop. So it will enable us to select the open loops also. You see, we can select open loop. But when we click the closed loop, it will not enable us. When we click on the multiple, it can select, this option is used for grouping of items. We can select multiple in the single go, but it will create a error because this is not a continuous group of entities. This is a discontinuous group. So we cannot have this option also. So the better, best option for that is select a open group like this. Okay, someone has sent an image here. This. So what's his name?
Sir, I only sent this image, sir. So in this image, there is a gap between the right extruded part and the middle circular part, no, sir. Can we fill that or it is not possible, sir?
See, I guess this is the example. This. So for that, there is no use of loft. You can use loft, but it will again take time. You just need to use a simple and small trick for that. Let me go get an example for you.
Yash, sorry for disturbing.
Yes.
Shall I stop recording?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, okay.